One man, one hero, one mission. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You will get this one. He's right, though. You will get this one. My name's Jason, and this is You Put the Boom Boom Into My Heart, my 80s podcast. So please, please, please take a look at this and enjoy from the best decade ever. I'm back. Also, can you like, comment, subscribe, and follow? You know it makes sense. I hope you're beautiful. My name's Jason, and this is You Put the Boom Boom Into My Heart. Right, this is my interpretation of my Halloween. So I've become Dracula, and I've become It, the clown. So, and we're going to review A Nightmare on Elm Street. Right, I've been asked a few times to review Nightmare on Elm Street. So this is going out on Halloween. Ooh. Scared to death, don't I? Right, so I've not watched this for a long... I've watched this, years and years ago. I've not watched this for a long time, and I watched it yesterday. So whenever this goes out, it'll probably be about a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely incredible. I always feel with The Nightmare on Elm Street, it was incredible for its time, especially when it homed in on kids' worst fears. The audience. So when you watch that, the thought that someone can come into your dreams is just scary as hell, isn't it? Especially as a kid. But you do watch it with different eyes as you become an adult. I've got to give myself a bit of a quiff. As you become a bit of an adult. So basically, if you've never watched it, Freddy Krueger is a child, someone that killed children a long, long time ago, and it's just he comes back in your dreams. And when I remember watching the gore, gore doesn't absolutely bother me at all. It's the jump factor, and I have to be honest, I may have not watched this a few times, but Freddy still gave me a bit of a jump. So you got the great character, you got Nancy, great character, you got Johnny Depp's first film role, incredible. The cast is just brilliant. Robert Englund is, for me, the only Freddy Krueger. I'm sorry, you can make as many as you like, but the original Freddy Krueger, played by the amazing Robert Englund, only one for me. So this film starts off with, it starts off in a boiler room, of all places, and all the kids have had the same dream. One of the girls called Tina's the first victim. Tina's the first victim. I have to be honest, was the acting good? Very wooden. But do you know what? It is what it is. When you watched it at the time, it was incredible. It's still a brilliant film, a classic horror film. But you definitely watch it with different eyes as you get older. So Tina's the first victim. So one by one, Freddy comes in. How do you say it without being nice? He just comes and just gets rid of them all, to be fair. So Tina's the first victim, but it was just the graphics wasn't. They were good for the time. They were good. So basically, he's in the dreams. No one else can see him. She's flying up the wall, spinning around, drops in her own pool of blood, and then her boyfriend gets blamed for it, even though it wasn't him. And basically, one by one, Freddy just gets rid of them all. Until, the scene with Johnny Depp's character is just a classic one, when he's laying in the bed and all of a sudden he comes through and pulls him through the bed. And I'm not being funny. When I watched that, I just thought his parents open the door, is this blood shooting up in the sky and all around. You would think that was some sort of shit, wouldn't you? To be honest, you'd sit there and think you were seeing something completely different. But what I found with this film, that apart from Johnny Depp's character's parents, the mums and dads were all fucking alcoholics. They're all either got issues, they're alcoholics, or they're loose women. You got Nancy's mum that was absolutely... the AA would have had a field day with her. That woman drank... she could drink bleach and get pissed on it. And then you had Tina's parent, who was... Obviously, her mum and dad had split up, but her mum had just gone... Mum used to go off gallivanting with someone that was a little bit younger than her, it wouldn't take much to be a little bit younger, to be fair. So these, so they had a bit of a theme. All come from a bit of a, I mean, you shouldn't say that, broken home, but they all came, their parents worked together, their mums were a bit of a, woohoo. But the film is brilliant, and it's just, it makes you, it's the jump factor for me. The horror, I don't care about the cuts and the things like, it's just the jump factor. And what I loved about this, especially this film, the first one, was Nancy, her character is just, Nancy is just incredible, because she goes back, she fights back. She's not your typical screaming, ah, ah. I mean, when you see some of that, it's like when Tina got chased. I mean, ah, ah, and Freddy's arms come out, and I know it's all nightmare, and I know it's all not real, but when you see these arms like go about 50 million miles apart, you think, as if. But it's all dream, so anything can happen. Especially, and you've even got the bath scene. I never slept, sorry. I never went in a bath for a long time when I was tired. Not that scene when Freddy pulls her in, the hands come out in between the legs and pulls. Ain't happening. Bit different as you get a bit older. But let's get back to Johnny Depp's character gone, her boyfriend, they're all gone. And then we get Nancy. Nancy is one kick ass. She ain't taking none of his sugar. Absolutely. Not an ounce of his sugar is she taking. She literally sets these traps up, and he's just absolutely brilliant. I love the way they pull him. So she basically, so if you've never watched it, Nancy goes into a dream, sets her alarm, and she pulls Freddy into reality. So that a dad, she shouts to dad if he can. No one listens to poor Nancy. Everyone thinks poor Nancy's gone cuckoo. So no one listens to it until a bit later on. So she goes in there, she makes all these traps, she pulls him out and sets up this big massive hammer that smashes him in the guts, and you know what I mean, eventually he eventually kills him mum. Eventually, but did her. But she turns her back on him. She turns her back on Freddy. It's like, whatever, big man, go and play with someone else, you dirty little troll. And he just disappears. So we think. And then you got the end bit. Ooh, she asks for all her friends back. She gets all her friends back as she opens the door at the end. And Mum's there. I mean, her mum looks like a mannequin anyway. A mannequin anyway. And all her friends are there that have died into the car. They jump in the car. The car comes over the bit. It's Freddy Krueger. It's Freddy Krueger's striped top, red bit. Ooh, ready for part 2. If you've never seen part 2, from what I remember, I don't think you're missing much, to be fair. They're all classic films, absolutely. So for me, 5 out of 5. Please go and rent this from your local Blockbusters. If only we had that sort of thing now, how brilliant would that be? So yeah, Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street, Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street is just, especially the original one from the 80s is absolutely a banging classic film. It's got the jumps, the scares. No one, and I don't care what anyone says, no one will ever be Freddy Krueger more than Robert Englund will be, because he just made that part his own. It was unique, and this film for me, it homed in on the fears that, you know, like when you sleep and everybody dreams, and that was, for me, that was what was brilliant about this, that it homed in on your dreams. We all have dreams and we all have nightmares, and Freddy can come into them. So, well, if you let him. Have a good day, you beautiful lot. And before we go, you've got to see the scene where she's running up the stairs and they all become marshmallow and squish her. Classic. Used to scare the like that bit scared me more than anything else, because I used to think, what would you do? Classic, some great horrors. Have a good day, you beautiful lot. And all I've got to say is 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, never stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. I'm good at this, ain't I? No, you're not looking at Ned Beveridge. How brilliant was that? Do you know what? I'm so lucky. I have some great, amazing guests come on. And I'm lucky enough that I do something that I absolutely love. 80s is literally an obsession of mine. So a big thank you to every single person that's come onto my show, that's left me a message and say, Jay, could you do this? Could you do that? I would love to be a guest. So please, that's another episode over with. So please follow, like, comment, subscribe. Anywhere you see us, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. You know it makes sense. Have a great day, you beautiful lot.